trees are green and overhanging, where the light free and everlasting.
Another Dick Mullen book that woefully misrepresents the nature of police work. In this one, our detective returns from a trip having successfully solved one case, only to embark on another. Does he finally face the taxing nature of his occupation? No, he doesn't even look like a normal officer of the law.
God. I'm getting flashbacks from the size of this book.
That's a thick book.
To the time that, like, my dad was trying to make me read Malcolm X.
Oh, damn.
And it was fucking brutal. It was so brutally thick, and the text was so small.
Dad, I know there's a movie. Probably with some pretty boy in there. Some Denzel Washington.
I mean, like, I've failed to read a couple books in my life. I have never failed as hard than reading X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was thick.
I was like
dense.
10.
That's kind of... Man, he really wanted you to get in there.
He was being stupid.
Son, you're old enough to understand some things.
He's being utterly ridiculous.
Read Malcolm X. Alright, Dad.
In your hand, you hold Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. The brittle paperback feels fragile to the touch.
Examine the cover.
The cover features a pastiche of different scenes. In the foreground, a man in a dark overcoat clutches a pistol to his chest. Rising up behind him are two silhouettes wrapped in a passionate embrace. The tagline reads, Detective Dick Mullen must prove his innocence after an old friend is murdered by someone who looks just like Dick Mullen. That seems to sum up the premise nicely. Needless to say, it violates nearly every RCM regulation for a detective to investigate a murder in which he is
Right?
a suspect.
I mean, it sounds pretty normal to me.
The story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, who's come to Mullen to ask a favor on this dark and cold night. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vespa to a small town along the Elysium coast. Despite his friend's apparent agitation, Mullen does as he's asked, then returns home where he passes out drunk, as he does most nights. An extremely unprofessional and hurtful stereotype that's offensive to all upstanding officers
Right.
of the law.
Yeah, they're not all drunken assholes or, donut eaters. Like, that's just mean. Come on.
I'm sorry, I'm incredibly distracted. Did someone just ask what is Malcolm X? I'm sorry. I think
Yes.
there's an important piece of history that
Yes.
I'm not sure where you're from or what you learned.
From the name, maybe Europe?
Okay, cool.
Eastern Europe, maybe?
I don't know what you might have, or you may be from somewhere where that's not covered in education, but it's a pretty important, I guess, Eastern Europe. Okay, important figure in North America, specifically in terms of civil rights. I'd say jump on Wiki to get a decent summary, but it's kind of like someone who was. There is a what's the quickest way? So if Martin Luther King is the Professor Xavier of civil rights, he would be the Magneto. He was much more militant about it, and he was also assassinated for his ideologies. So basically, civil rights figure that was killed for black rights.
You could have just said it's what inspired X-Men. It's just X-Men? Yeah, okay, that's Magneto.
Yeah,
Good enough.
jump on Wiki, get a summary of that because
It's pretty important.
incredibly important.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Just every once in a while, just gotta be like,
Oh, that's fine.
Yep. So, knock at the door, greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, ask for a favor, drive him to a small town on the Elysium coast, does as he's asked, passes out drunk.
Man, that's crazy because, like, to us, if you hear who's Malcolm X, you're like, yeah, you should know. But maybe it's because of our lens.
Well, the fun and cool part about the internet is that you're broadcasting to the world.
Yeah.
So, what do you know about
Exactly.
figures in other countries? What do you
Yeah.
know about established?
What do you know about Tulsa?
Well, that is what I was about to say.
Yeah.
What I was about to say is you have a moment of like, what doesn't, because of finding out that so much of America doesn't know about its own civil rights history because they literally don't teach it in fucking the curriculum was such a wild, horrifying thing, that I discovered through talking on the internet for a living and having so many moments of people going, dude, Woolie, what are you talking about? And there's always a moment of me bringing up something historic and getting like, is this crazy talk? Are you insane? No one knows what you're talking about. And then I go, oh my God, they never taught you this.
Yeah.
It was never taught. And then you kind of go like, is this just a matter, it's just like America and education? Is it a not memorizing thing? Is it, I don't know. But either way, when it becomes something that is like, this is actually literally your country's history, it freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because
don't
it's
talk about the bad things.
the actual quote of those who don't learn history are doomed to repeat it, seeing it in front of my own eyes, when it's just like, yeah, I'm not from here, and I was taught very, very strongly about how fucked up things were, and like not just like parentally, but also in school, So there's a moment every time something like that happens where I go, okay, stop. Are you from America?
Yeah.
If not, let's have the conversation.
Okay,
if so, let's have the conversation.
Let's have the conversation.
Part 2.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it scares me. It legitimately does scare me. Being this internet person and encountering like these gaps where it's just like, yo, like, I know some of our audience is really young, and I know some people are in their mid-20s, but for the most part, we're talking about people that are about to or definitely finished with high school. There's a bunch of shit that should have been covered that was not.
Yeah.
And that's fucking nuts, man. Because then you go into a world where people are like literally doing things that you've seen before, and you don't know that this has happened not but less than a century ago. Your parents were around when shit was happening,
It was documented.
There's color fucking footage of it.
Yeah.
Alright, boozing up before sleep.
2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vesper police and charged with the murder of Charlie Spillane. At his interrogation, Mullen learns that Charlie Spillane was shot in a bar in the very town Mullen dropped him off in, by a man matching Mullen's description. Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vesper police to release him for 3 days so that Mullen may solve his friend's murder and prove his innocence.
No way Mullen did it.
Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets a beautiful, mysterious woman named Diana Deneuve.
Diana Deneuve. Nice, a dame.
Yeah, no, I just remembered too. For anyone that whatever, this is too ripped, but like literally happened on the podcast like a day or two ago as well. Although it wasn't just North American history, it was a reference to something from like Africa, but.
Africa, forget about it.
Yeah, don't make references to the Mau Mau uprising ever.
Okay.
People will be very lost. Don't ever bring it up. Nice, a dame.
Now it's getting interesting.
I feel like I've read this before.
Deneuve reveals that she was Spillane's lover and that he was mixed up with a local amphetamine smuggling operation. As soon as Mullen begins pulling at strings, the whole conspiracy begins to unravel. Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald, each of whom has his own reasons for wanting Spillane dead.
What about the corrupt police captain?
Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But He's also dirty and increasingly paranoid that someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring.
You don't say.
He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war injury. Is it possible that he was able to conceal it long enough to commit the murder?
I want to hear about the politician's son.
The big loud morality voice secretly having the drug ring. How about some Rob Ford? Can I get Rob Ford for 500, Alex?
What a man.
That's our daily double. Rob and Doug.
You can see Rob and Doug smoking this on this picture.
No one knows what was in that pipe.
What is... Oh!
No one knows what was in that pipe.
It's... Oh... Macrame... I can't get it. I don't.
You could hear him imitating this accent at a McDonald's at 3 a.m.
Oh, that was so crazy, dude. Oh, man, I forgot about that.
A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration.
Hello, Mr. Ford. Wagwan, my youth.
Dude, here's how you know, right? Because our friends to the southern border don't give a fuck or know anything about Canadian politics, because why would they? But the two things they do know are blackface Trudeau
Yep.
and Rob Ford.
That's all you need, really.
That's all you
need. Like,
That's all you need.
Wilfrid Laurier, Johnny
Don't
McDonald.
worry about it. Don't,
You good.
The Shikutami handshake.
Oh, Shawinigan
Do it
handshake.
again,
Yeah.
excuse me. Don't worry about it. None of it matters. You got the two that matter.
The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height. And while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
What about the art collection?
Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane got did. That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Deanna Deneuve. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle?
Damn triangles.
Taking photos as if the three of you as kids with your sensei, and then growing up to have time-skipped versions of your character designs.
Always leads to the worst kind of love shapes.
One evening, Deanna Deneuve comes to Mullen's hostel room in tears. The two of them drink half a bottle of vodka, and soon they're seeking comfort in each other's arms. Well, that testimony won't be admissible any longer.
How does Mullen expect to solve the murder if he's sleeping with the witness?
Nice. Get it, Mullen.
Not sure I'm happy with this, but maybe the story will turn it around. Sure, Mullen.
As the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, Deanna Deneuve turns to Mullen and says, "By the way, Dick, there was something else I meant to tell you. I love you.
What?
Always aim for the center of mass."
Let me call you a Uber.
Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold
Oh
instantly.
no!
Fuck.
Damn. Can't trust a dame.
You don't really like where this is going.
Fuck.
When Mullen comes to, Deneuve is dead on the hostel bed next
What?
to him. To make matters worse, his clothes are covered with her blood.
Fuck.
Oh my god. Double fuck.
Mullen trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, knowing it's only a matter of hours before the cops discover Deneuve's body, if they haven't been tipped off already. Fleeing a crime scene destroying evidence. Even if Detective Mullen didn't commit the murder, he should be facing years behind bars. Dick Mullen won't be sent to the clink for the sake of some legal niceties. The heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. Can you solve the case before the cops close in?
Wait, hold on. I've got some questions first.
What is it, Detective?
See what happens when you get too entangled with the case.
Always happens. Why does everyone close to Dick Mullen wind up dead?
Why did Dick Mullen become a detective in the first place?
Why bother solving crimes when the world is so evil?
Is it really so evil, Detective?
Okay, maybe not. There are parts worth saving.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking evil.
Good. Evil, it makes no difference. These are the end times we're living in.
Like what?
Friends and family.
The pleasure of contemplating art.
Do you even have those?
I've got Kim.
Just make sure you don't lose him. You'll not find another like him.
Thanks, Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
It's true in more ways than you know. But then, what does this book know? It's just a poorly made piece of pulp garbage made to be consumed and discarded.
Don't sleep with your clientele. At best, they wake up dead next to you.
Jesus. Don't go to sleep.
And at worst, Casey Anthony.
It's a dangerous line of work, but somebody has to do it. That's why Dick Mullen never lets anyone get too close.
Why did Dick Mullen become a detective in the first place?
There was never a time when he wasn't a detective. He was born a detective.
Was I not born a detective?
Yeah.
For a moment, you cease to read the story on the page and see the book for what it is. A collection of brittle, cheaply printed pages held together by glue made from the hooves of horses. You won't find the answers you're looking for here, in other words.
Fair enough. Alright, I don't have any more questions. I've figured it out.
So, who did it, Detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Deneuve?
Love did them in.
The dirty police captain?
The junkie art collector?
Politician's twat son?
Dick Mullen? No, I don't even care.
The son.
The twat son?
Could be. Who knows? Only one way to find out. You begin furiously flipping through pages. Even as you know these books follow a series of well-worn tropes, you find yourself completely engrossed. You're turning pages so fast, you don't even notice the ancient spine coming unglued.
Yeah, I read that Sin City. I remember the politician's son.
You try to grab the pages as they come loose, but your fingers aren't quick enough. They're gone. Dozens of pages scatter across the floor. The last fifth or so of the book seems to have been lost. It's possible that you could gather and reassemble the pages, but it would take way too long.
There's too many fucking pages.
How? It was that thick. We're almost through it. Come on.
Stupid old horse glue.
Ugh, now I'll never know.
Yes, blame a dead horse for your fat, clumsy fingers.
What?
In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
Oh. Damn it. I guess that's the end of that.
What?
That is immensely unsatisfying.
Oh, man.
We will never reach the truth.
That sucks.
Go to bed and fucking have a bad night's sleep.
After reading 800 out of 1,000 pages.
Right?
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down.
Terrible.
Still, you've earned a rest. The place feels almost like home now, quiet and dignified around you. A new life by the seaside. You're incredibly tired. The darkness and warmth come fast. You're falling asleep.
Don't get attached. You're still here doing a job.
It's easier this time. Drifting off, your head has found a comfortable indent in the pillow. Your legs and your torso feel like lead weights sinking to the bottom of the sea until they're suddenly light.
This respite, you've earned it, brother. Bask in the darkness. Let it swallow you up and swivel you around while you forget everything you've managed to remember.
I've been bad. I haven't earned this.
Is this the last dream?
No, this is the one before that. We'll just keep cycling it for you if you don't mind. As long as we can. Spin it like black yarn.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Thank you, darkness. Thank you.
You're welcome, Harry boy. You earned it.
Fall into a deep, uninterrupted sleep.
After centuries of darkness, the alarm rings. But what's this? You actually feel rested. There's no time to cuddle with your pillow, however, or as much as shiver from the cold. The world awaits.
Go.
Open your eyes.
Thanks, Felician. Doesn't tell us what the check was.
Go into the world once again.
Yeah, Volition kicking in like fucking Jocko, the guy who wakes up at 4:30 and takes a picture of his watch every morning, and then just writes "repeat process," going for a fucking crazy workout.
Much motivation.
7:30 in the morning.
All good.
What was that? Oh, that's the shave.
Yes. Oh no, we're keeping that beautiful line of hair on our face. Thick.
Now we have the clothes to fucking make it work, though. We're pulling it off really, really well. And our stats are nice and balanced. For the most part. Don't think too hard about it.
Good morning, Kim.
Good morning. Okay. Who did we need to talk to about what?
Okay, armor pieces, melee weapon.
Everart, the commercial area, and I think that's it.
Plaisance, dice maker.
The commercial area.
Yeah. And a Sealy.
Also, the wife,
True.
Lena.
Yeah, Lena. I always take a moment because there's Lena and Neha.
Mm-hmm.
Lena. Hello.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
The elderly woman smiles up at you hopefully.
Restock the trap. Where's Morel?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
She manages a smile for you.
Her smile is weary. Her earlier ebullience has left her.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest.
Not at Gary's.
I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to
Oh,
him.
God, he's going to have to make some coffee with one of those mugs.
Yep. She looks down at her hands.
Only the hardcore players left, huh?
It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold, but out there in those reeds.
He gives up and I'm running around.
Yes. Field work is a young person's game, as they say.
Her voice is shaky. What is going on here?
Who's going to check the traps?
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
Something tells me it's up to me again.
We'll take care of it.
Once more onto the breach, then. Take it on with undue optimism.
Good luck with that. My bug chasing days are done. Ah, Kim. Poor Kim.
No, you don't have to do that. Enough of this fool's errand. Morel will do it. Or Gary. You have work to do. I've wasted enough of everyone's time.
It's good to hear you say that.
Be real. Gary is not going to help with this.
We'll take care of it.
Oh, Kim is gonna hate this.
Yeah, but if you don't take it, she's gonna kill him. She's gonna be like, can you go out there in the cold and make sure these invisible things that I think I saw are still there? And it's gonna be like, I love you, honey. Ah! And then you're gonna find him on the boardwalk with no bottles, because he's clearly a good guy. Come on, you gotta do it for him. You gotta do it.
Conceptualization failure. You just snake eyes that check, Reggie.
Come on.
But it's okay.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Oh, we're dying?
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
Lena, what's wrong? You seem different.
Different? How?
The half moons of her glasses reflect you as she looks up at you.
Answering a question with a question, for example. Defensive isn't her usual style.
You're on the back foot.
You've given up on the Phasmid.
You're not telling me the whole story.
Never mind.
I'm in doubt, sweetie. That's all. Everyone is now and then.
You're in doubt about what?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
And when a police officer asks, you must answer.
Tell me everything.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream?
Hunching her shoulders now. She seems even smaller than she is.
It is.
Like a sad young girl.
It is a thing where apparently if you retell a story enough times from long ago, after a certain period of time, your memory is of the telling of the story and not of the actual event itself.
I can absolutely believe it. Mm-hmm. I'm sure it has happened to me, actually. And sometimes I have thoughts and I'm like, did it really happen like that?
Yeah, and it's like you internalized the story that you told when it happened, and what you're thinking back to is that, as opposed to the actual thing, you know?
Seeing the Insulindian Phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
But Morel told me you'd seen it. You also told me.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
Are you saying you made it up?
You seem to really believe it happened. Doesn't that count for something?
So you haven't seen it. I should arrest you for lying.
No, at least I don't think I did, but Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the Phasmid's existence, that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That, and for years his belief made me believe too.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
That I am a queen, an extraordinary witness to grace.
But now we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything.
Oh.
He's hiding. These things are tough on him. Matters of love, not violence or deceit.
first tell her that our marriage hasn't been a lie.
To hell with this. I still believe you saw the phasmid.
Thing is, you're not sure you made it up either.
Okay, it's a false memory. Doesn't mean all cryptids aren't real. Chase another one.
You're right about all of it. And I need to get back to my work. The odds are all right. It's a red check.
She's thinking what I'm thinking. Morel is dying because of this. He's too committed. He loves her.
Reggie?
Yeah, I can do that. I can do this for you.
But it has, hasn't it?
Well,
A seed can only bear what's inside. The seed of love is black and oily.
72%.
Well. I was not expecting that.
I mean, you got to be real. I don't abuse it.
Yeah.
It's
been a long time.
I don't abuse the power.
It's been a long time.
I recognize the force.
Damn, but now it's like we're falling into the luck. It's not even the power anymore. This is luck territory. Damn. I went soft.
Oh boy.
It has a taste you're quite familiar with.
Take it from me. Love is a lie. The sooner you accept it, the better.
Yeah, all right.
You might be right, Detective.
She looks down at her legs.
I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I came in on our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story.
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
He'd still be into you. That's not how these things work.
Now I understand why you haven't told him about your doubts.
Wow. Love is hard.
Maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him? I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and waste more of your time. What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
Which line are we taking? Do we entertain her thoughts and tell her that we still believe?
Chase another one? That seems pretty, yeah. That seems pretty mean. Thing is, you're not sure you made it up either.
Yeah, I would go with 2. Yeah,
I get that one is the feels, but let's be real.
one
here.
is the feels, but we're also like, do you really believe that she saw it? You're just lying to her.
No,
don't-
you are just lying.
You're lying just to make her feel good.
If you blindly swing into the feels, then you're just lying.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of anything. Sometimes I still see it, the real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart.
Just like you said.
Rising, unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day, like a benevolent god.
I wonder if there's a name for that.
Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's?
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered.
Oh,
And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
gas-powered wheelchair.
Yeah.
It's pretty boss.
You ever been to Walmart?
I mean, it's usually electricity, right? Oh my god. I want to see some old people do like donuts at Walmart with a gas-powered wheelchair then.
You do that. I'll check the traps one more time.
Really?
Kim thought he was out.
I feel so bad.
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
No one can stop you from finding the phasmid.
Could I have your address just in case there's news?
Okay, it's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock, but
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
Oh yeah, right behind Christie's Street.
Right, exactly. Across from Cowley's. Be careful out there, Lena.
It's been a pleasure, man.
The rest of it is pretty grim. Thanks for bringing some light.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean,
grim.
I kind of.
Let's not lean into the grim.
But she brought the light. That's nice. And
Yeah.
I do like it. I like it. I think it's a nice thing to say.
you're welcome, sweetie.
All right, I
I'm
dig
glad
it.
it helped you, even though it turned out to be a...
The sentence remains unfinished.
A waste of time.
A UMA, an unidentified mysterious animal. That's what Gold Lewis Dickinson calls his cryptid.
Wow.
A dream. A lie. A fool's hope. Say her lips move in silence. Like that, she drives off. The guest enters quietly as she gets
That wasn't
to
quiet
the
at all.
doors, then pushes them open. Outside, it's snowing.
I'll never forget my first run and back turn double deuces fingers crashing into the wheelchair.
Oh dear, are you okay?
We should go too.
Somewhere out there, a kilometer to the southeast, a gust of wind shakes the felled building, rattling dusty windows, beckoning with strange coldness, to ask the wind once more.
3 times is an exhausting amount of times to check those traps.
Damn.
Okay. Physical instrument. Spree. I wouldn't mind a little bit of EDC. Overall. None of this has gotten super high, though. We don't have any power stats in the... We have a power stat in every row except for intellect. You know?
Right.
Okay, maybe some visual calc. We've had a little bit of that. We might need some even numbers for checks. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking empathy to 6, visual calc possibly, or just a little more physical instrument. Maybe even endurance, since we're about to possibly get physical. You know?
You never know until it's too late, huh?
Yeah. Ooh. Yes. Yes.
Oh, reaction speed.
Yes. I want to feel safe.
Didn't even second guess. You want to be able to react and
it's not just
handle
it's
new
not
events.
just like actions. It's like reaction speed in conversations. You
Yeah.
know? It comes up quite frequently enough.
Oh, let's go talk to Plaisance.
Where are our big thoughts at, by the way? Because I know that we're like taking an authority hit currently.
40 and 34%.
Okay.
Wonder how much time that is.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
This Dick Mullen book fell apart before I got to the end. Do you have another copy?
Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. Some of these old paperbacks just don't have the durability. I would be happy to sell you another one, but unfortunately, it's the last copy we had in stock.
Ms. Elms, I have something to tell you. I found the actual source of doom.
What do you mean, the actual source? Are you talking about the third presence?
She remembers. Good.
Yes, the presence, the entity, the malicious energy, however you may want to call it.
My investigation has led me to discover a 2mm entropinetic hole in reality. That's the source of the doom, both in the commercial area and in Martinez.
A what?
A tiny hole in reality. It may be connected with the Pale, an origin point of sorts. It would explain why historically so many things have ended in failure here in Martinez.
Ma'am, what he's saying is true. We found an anthroponetic anomaly in the small Pinewood church down the coast. I don't mean to be an alarmist, and more research is needed, but it's not looking good.
But that's not in any of the ancient texts. How am I supposed to protect my bookstore from that?
The ancient texts?
Tell her the truth. It's out of her hands.
You can't protect it, not against Pale. Close up shop and try to get as far away from this thing as possible.
You can't protect it with hope by refusing to give up. That's what people have done in the past, by building a church, a place of worship around this thing.
You'll have to find your own answer. I've spent too long on this quest as it is. Hey man, Tiago seems convinced that, like, being first to the Pale is gonna be the answer.
Oh, he's deep in it.
Right? Close up shop. Get the fuck out of here.
Close the shop? But it's all I have. No, there must be a way. Especially now that Annette is settling in at school again. She's finally making friends in this place. No, we can't leave Martinez. We
She
can't.
looks at her daughter, quietly studying in the corner of the shop.
Let's try this again. There is a hole in reality. Also, war.
Thank you for your help in any case. You're welcome back here anytime.
Well, you've been told. You've been told.
Farewell for now, book peddler.
Annette, run!
Kid,
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
you've got a bright future ahead of you. But first, my Dick Mullen book got ripped before I got to the end. What happens?
Which book was it, sir?
Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. I haven't read that one yet. I wish I could help you.
God damn it! Throw the book on the floor.
Get sucked into the gap in reality for all I care.
Oh, man.
Gonna fucking kill myself.
Where's the end of that book? Order it!
Back order!
Oh. Oh, 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 oh!
Come on.
Oh! Baby!
No.
The barbell waits patiently
Terrible.
on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Come on.
Oh, do what you want at this point. Like, it's so weak. God.
You know what? Fuck this fucking check.
Oh?
We're passing it.
Oh! Okay. Put on your helm down shirt.
We're passing this fucking check. P.I.
Dude, we did a lot of physical things. You know, we danced, we kicked a man with a spin kick, we moved things around.
This is bullshit. Fucking sitting here the whole time. I thought we were gonna find a safety clasp to secure the
Or like a belt.
the weights.
Weightlifting. Oh, okay.
I thought we were gonna find a thing to secure the weights and make it a little less
-2.
insanely dangerous, but we shan't. Clearly, at this point, it is what it is. All right. We got only undershirts that help. This does the same thing, but that's about it.
But less cool and dirty.
Yeah. Gloves, where you at? Where you at, though?
That's half lights.
But they help with the grip.
Oh, word?
Wasn't there? I think.
Yeah.
I think there was a thing about the grip.
Okay.
Okay. Or is it just any gloves at all? It might just be any gloves at all. All right.
Let's try these.
We're fucking solving this goddamn thing.
Come on, you even dance. That should be a plus, man. You spent some energy. You know, worked both kind of muscle cells. You know, the elastic and the power ones.
Wasteland of reality.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor.
Very
like
doable.
a dog for its master.